Jason Thom back with you on the NPH Hour here on News Talk Saga 960 AM. As you just heard, the U19 World Cup begins this weekend and runs until Sunday, July 11th in Latvia. And this is arguably the best roster Canada has ever had in this age group. But that doesn't always mean success, and the proof can actually be seen from looking at Canada's history in the tournament. 4 years ago, our U19 men's team won our country's first ever gold medal at an international world championship with a team that was missing players who, at the time, were looked at as the best our country had to offer. For listeners of this show, you've heard from about half of the players from that World Championship team, some of which are now playing professionally and for our senior national team like RJ Barrett. Some are playing here at home in U Sports and also in the CEBL, while others are playing in the NCAA, including my next guest, Abu Kigab, who is Canada's second leading scorer in that tournament and was selected as an All Star. Kigab's life story is amazing. And that event turned into a full circle moment that could not have been scripted any better. Now, almost fully healed from a torn labrum, Kigab is preparing for his final season in the NCAA with so many more opportunities ahead of him. Abu Kigab, Boise State Broncos guard, who's taking advantage of a tough situation, returning to school thanks to the free year being given due to COVID. The NCAA allowing players to come back for another year. And Abu, considering your season-ending injury, being able to play one more year collegiately really is a blessing, because otherwise that would have been a pretty tough ending to your college career, right?
Yeah, for sure. That extra year is definitely a blessing. It gives me an opportunity to run it back and really try to do something great, especially with the guys returning that we have. And I'm very excited. It's going to be a real tough challenge. I know that other teams got better. And, we got to continue to grind and just get better every day.
Yeah, I mean, the transfer portal became very popular in the NCAA and, for better or for worse. But you transferring from Oregon to Boise State really was the best thing for both you and Oregon at the time. They're heavy into bringing in graduate transfers. And, do you feel the transfer portal was something – do you feel the transfer portal was something that was needed for the NCAA to kind of better serve its student athletes with all the, coaching changes and stuff like that? There really needed to be something there for the players to be able to switch situations if it needed to happen, right?
Yeah, for sure. The transfer portal, gives a lot of guys opportunities where they didn't have at their first school. And it just makes such a big difference for a lot of guys, including myself. And, we're blessed to be in the position that we're in right now and be able to choose schools and be able to get an extra year as well when we transfer. So it's been going in the right direction, and it's going to continue to do so. And I'm very excited for the next guys coming up.
So both the month of July and athletics have played a huge part in that of both you and your family's life. And one of the greatest stories I remember you telling me was your father, Sultan, who actually gained his Canadian-landed immigrant status on July 19th, 1977. Mm-hmm. And can you tell the story of how that happened and what sport he used to really make, that dream into a reality to become a Canadian?
My dad was swimming for Sudan in Canada, and I don't remember the exact place where their race is. But it was pretty much rough conditions, cold water, a lot of guys backed out. And it was a very tough race. He's a long distance swimmer. And it takes a lot of mental toughness to do the things that he does, especially in open water. And, I respect him a lot for that, because it's just, he does something so, so difficult that I can't even imagine myself doing, and makes it look easy. And, I got to give him all the respect in the world for that, because, how many people could do that?
Yeah, I mean, like long distance open water swimming is, over 10 kilometers, like you said, natural conditions. And, I remember seeing that picture in your house of your father and Pierre Trudeau shaking hands in the late 70s is when Canada really opened its mind when it came to making immigrants the future of this country. And they were able to do it for different exceptional circumstances like that of an athlete. And you're a great example of what this country can become, being from, the Muslim faith, going to a Catholic school in St. Catharines. Considering all that you've seen, And I got to throw in living through the Trump administration while in the U.S.
Yeah,
Has
for
that
sure.
has that given you like more appreciation for the need of acceptance and understanding of all people? Because, we're really in this all together.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of the fighting that goes on is just a lot of it's misunderstandings. And I feel like we have to all come together and, accept that, somebody might be different than me, and that's okay. That doesn't mean I don't have to like them or have to hate them. And, we just have to come to an understanding. And it's going to take time. And, change takes time, but, it's inevitable. It's going to happen. So.
I think you're a great example of that, and obviously your family as well. And I mentioned July being a big month. It was 4 years ago this month that you became a world champion, playing a huge part in Canada's U19 gold medal win. I've had a number of players from that team on this show. Looking back, how special was that group?
It was a very special group, man. We had a lot of talented guys. We all put our egos aside and we just kept our eyes on the prize, which was winning that championship. And it was hard. We had our ups and downs throughout games. We actually lost to Spain, who we beat in an exhibition earlier on. And we went through those ups and downs. It was very tough, but, we were really strong. We stuck together. Our coaching staff did a great job of, making adjustments and doing everything on the fly. And they did such a great job of keeping us together. And it was just a great group of people to work with. And I'm very blessed to have the opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, you guys made history. I still think, that's an underrated moment. I know, it feels like 4 years was a lifetime ago, considering everything that's went on. And Coach Roy Wan, sorry, wow, a little late at night for me. One more time.
All good.
and Coach Roy Rana was at the helm, and I remember that he gave everyone cards explaining their role. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what yours was?
I think he told me. I don't want to say because I'm not exactly sure because I played for 3 years, so I had 3 different roles every year. But that year, he told me to be that Draymond, and he told me to be that anchor. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost 100% sure. And he told me to be our anchor on defense, hit open shots on offense, and crash that glass. And I did my job. Made simple plays when I had to, and I really loved doing my job like that. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
Tournament All Star, man.
A great group of guys, which made playing with them just so much easier and fun, and it makes you enjoy your role a lot more when you're playing with guys that enjoy theirs. So that was very special on that team.
I mean, you ended up as a tournament all-star. You played your role to perfection. And, it's strange to me, and we had talked about this afterwards. It was almost 30 years exactly since your father started on the path of starting his life in Canada that you were draped in the red and white, doing something historical for your adopted country in Egypt, which was close enough to your birth country, Sudan. So how special was it to be able to have your family come up and actually be there in attendance?
It was extremely special. I had my uncle and my aunt, and I also had my cousin and my other cousin too. It was unbelievable just seeing them there. It was their first time watching me play basketball. I didn't even think they knew I played basketball, and just to be able to just go out there and really win, and then hug them after was just an unbelievable feeling. I never thought anything like that could happen. And it happens, it just shows that anything is possible.
And all through the sport, right? And that's
sure.
what's so special. And it's a story that I kind of share, to young kids that I talk to now about, you just don't know what it's gonna come around to full circle. And after that, you're named Athlete of the Year in your home city of St. Catharines.
Yeah.
And you weren't able to make the ceremony, but I remember seeing the pictures. Like, that was a huge day for your mother, your younger brother, and really the entire Sudanese community who got to be there and kind of celebrate that. Like, what did that mean, to this community in your home city of St. Catharines?
It meant a lot to the community. It meant a lot to the community because it shows kids in our community that if you put in the hard work and you stay dedicated, anything is possible. And, I did that, and I know any Sudanese kid could do that, or any kid, period, can do that. And, anything hard always comes with work, and you have to work. Nothing's going to be easy. You're always going to have to put in that work to get a shot at that reward.
1 year remaining in college, the ups, the downs, a pandemic, torn labrum. Where are you at mentally right now in the off season, your final season coming up?
I'm very excited. I've been on my rehab every day and just working on my game every day. And I'm just very excited to go out there and play. I haven't played in so long, going up and down, playing fives. But, it's been good. I have great guys out here rebounding for me all the time, helping me out. Been working on the jumper and all that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm just very excited to get out there. Very excited.
Abu Kigab, one of the easiest people to support in Canadian basketball, from a family that made me feel so welcome that I moved to his hometown of St. Catharines.
I love it.
I know you'll make the most of your final year, man. Thank you so much for coming on the NPH Hour. And I know North Pole Hoops has been such a huge supporter of you as well, and you of NPH. So, from the entire family here at NPH, man, we appreciate you, and thank you for doing this, man.
Thank you. I appreciate you for having me. Thank you so much.
I hope it came through over the airwaves, but if not, positive energy just exudes from that young man, who so many times in his life, including during his college career, could have thrown up his hands, felt sorry for himself, and just walked away. But he has a purpose that is bigger than just himself, and his younger brother, Nawaf, is following in his big brother's footsteps, entering grade 9 with the same love for the game Abu has, but armed with knowledge gained by his big bro. If there's one trend I have seen in this game, especially here in Canada, is that younger brothers always have a step up because of that added edge from being shown the pathway by someone who walked it before them from their own family. We have one segment left on the NPH Hour, and it's one you don't want to miss because it's a chance to get educated on a topic that few people know enough about. The most decorated Indigenous player to ever come out of Canada, Michael Linklater, is up next on the NPH Hour here on News Talk Saga 960 AM.